Hi, Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland and Rocky River here with your workout details for Monday, April 13th. We've got a birthday WOD on tap today. But first, we'll talk about your warm-up. For 8 minutes, you're going to climb a ladder as high as you can of windmills, right and left equals 1, burpees, sumo deadlift high pulls, either with a kettlebell, a barbell, or a dumbbell, and plank jacks. You're going to perform 10 jumping jacks at the beginning of each round. So you'll do 10 jumping jacks and then one of each of those movements. 10 more jumping jacks and 2, 10 more jumping jacks and 3 for 8 to 10 minutes. Your workout today is called Missy's 50. You're going to do 50 reps of Renegade Row Pushups, 50 reps of bicycle crunches, 50 double unders or attempts, 50 flutter kicks, 4-count flutter kicks, 50 sumo deadlift high pulls, again with your kettlebell or dumbbell or barbell, and 50 left-right center crunches or L.R.C. crunches. Left plus right plus center equals 1 rep. So the RX version, you can split this into rounds, but they must be equal reps of each movement and done in this order. So you could do 5 rounds of 10 each. You could do rounds of 15 each for the first 3 rounds and then finish with a round of 5. However you want to do it, but you need to do it in this order with the equal number of reps each round. You could do 25 reps each times 2. The jack version, if you choose at the beginning, is you're going to go straight through, no partitioning. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, and 50, and call time. When you're done with that, simple little cool down, weighted sit-ups, somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds, and do 50 reps. You can do it for time, or you can do it just for completion at your own pace. So there you have it. Set a clock, 3, 2, 1, go. As always, we've got video demonstrations of these movements to follow in the order that I mentioned them. Have a great day. And if you see Missy today, wish her happy 50th.
Windmills. On your windmills, I want to make sure that you're getting a good reach. So all the way up, and you're gonna go all the way down and all the way back up and replace your hand and come all the way down. Make sure that you're getting pretty dynamic movement in this. All right? Right, left is 1 on those. I'm going to show you a couple different versions of a burpee. So we do a chest to ground. So you're just going to come down, get your body to the ground, push up. Think about getting your feet nice and wide so you can stand up and jump. If that's too much for you and you want to, that pop back and pop forward is too much, just step it back. Anything you can do, just step it back, come on down, right? And then step it wide again, nice and wide. Give me a little pop.
I'm going to demonstrate sumo deadlift high pulls. If you have a barbell, I'm going to demonstrate this with a jungbong or a piece of PVC. I'm going to take a wider stance, sumo stance. My hands are about 4 to 6 inches apart. The ending position is going to be elbows out to the sides. The bar right under my chin. My wrist relatively neutral. I'm not curling up like this. Coming up underneath and right back down. Start from the deadlift position with an empty bar or PVC, just about mid-shin. I'm going to drive up and explosively extend my hips, shrug up and right back down. Up and right back down. Up and right back down. A kettlebell sumo deadlift high pull. I'm going to hold the kettlebell, both hands, wide stance. Come down where your wrist is about mid-shin. You don't necessarily need to touch the floor unless you have a large, heavy kettlebell. So I'm going to be down, drive up, right under my chin, and right back down. Avoid an early pull. Don't pull with your arms. Make sure you drive with your legs and hips. Make sure you get everything out of that hip and leg extension before you pull up underneath your chin. If you don't have a kettlebell, If you don't have a kettlebell, a dumbbell will work. Holding that one dumbbell with both hands. Remember, your elbows are going to be out to the sides. Down, drive up, and back down. Same movement pattern as rowing, except you're standing up. Big muscles, medium-sized muscles, then the little muscles, and then return. It's a sumo deadlift, high pull.
I'm going to demonstrate a plank jack for you. So a plank jack is getting into that hollow hold. You want to make sure that you're in a nice plank position. From here, we're just going to take your feet out and in. That's one. Out and in. I'm not hopping, right? Nice, and keep it nice and tight. That core is tight. Everything is activated, and out and in with your feet.
A Renegade Row Pushup is a Renegade Row right and left, followed by a strict push-up. That's one rep. So at the top of the push-up, row right, row left, all the way down, all the way up. Row right, row left, all the way down, all the way up. Try to resist rotating through your torso. This is anti-rotational training as well. So try to keep a nice straight plank. As you get tired, you're going to twist a little bit. But if you're finding that you have to rotate a lot, you've got too much weight. Go down a little bit and stay straight. If you need to do that from your knees, roll right, roll left, down, up. The only thing you want to avoid here is don't let your hips sag. Keep a nice flat back. So you row, row, keeping a straight back, and hips come up as well. It's much safer on your lower back. You can also do bicycle crunches. So keeping your shoulder blades up off the ground, and you're going to pull one knee towards your opposite elbow and extend your other knee, your other leg. 1, 2, 3. Just be careful that you're not cranking on your neck. Leave your neck relatively neutral. 1. The lower leg to the ground, the harder it is. A little bit easier if you go up straight. I like to go close to the ground if I can. Double unders if you have a rope, or you can do ropeless doubles. So if you know how to do doubles, you know that you jump a little bit higher, or sometimes quite a bit higher. So you're going to do a high pogo. So instead of low, you're going to and think you're doing doubles and pretend that you're spinning the rope twice. It'll get your heart rate up just the same. You'll actually do more of those consecutively than you would with a rope if you're not that good with doubles. So your heart rate will go up, and that's what we want. Flutter kicks. Lying on the ground, we like to put our hands underneath our hips. Allows me to keep my lower back flat on the ground. I'm going to crunch up, shoulder blades off the floor. Point my toes, and 1. Just scissor kick. You can go big, high, or just little range. The key is to stay tight through your core. Today we're doing 4-count flutter kicks. So, some people have a difficulty going 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. If you're the type that counts every leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to have to count to 100 today to get 54 count. Don't worry, everybody's going to do the same amount of work. It's just how you count the reps.
L.R.C. crunches. I don't know if we actually made these up or somebody else did, but we're going to go over the movement. If you have an ab mat, you should bring your ab mat over, roll up a towel underneath the small of your back if you'd like. The movement, we're going to still frog our legs, and our shoulders are still going to start on the ground for each of these. I want you to think about taking a pause at each place that I'm going to stop. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So shoulders starting on the ground, I'm going to crunch to the left, pause. Right, pause. Center, pause. If you are doing these correctly, you're going to feel them. If you're just flying through it, it's not going to really do a whole lot for you. All right, so we're going to go left, right, center. That's 1. Left, right, center. That's 2. If you have a little bit of weight and you wanted to add some weight to it, and you really don't need it, but if you have, I don't know, 5, 10 pounds, anything more than that you shouldn't really need. But if you have something light, you can do that as well. I prefer in this position, right there. You could do that as well. Enjoy those. I'm gonna start with sit-ups. So if you have an ab mat, you can use your ab mat. Remembering you can frog your legs and shoulders all the way to the ground and sit all the way up. If that's too hard, you can move your feet away or even up, and you can do the sit-up that way, or you can do a crunch.